This one said, when your wife tells you right there or don't stop, they say I should tell you that you should not change your pace. So where did that come from? Like, what makes you think it's sexy that you kelebe put it? Are you okay? Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Victoria Ayodele Fash. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for joining me. If you're a returning subscriber, you know I love you. You know I appreciate you so much. Thank you for always coming back. Alright, so today the video is a little bit different because I basically am here as a messenger, okay? I'm just here to deliver messages to the guys, and I hope the ladies that are watching are also learning and, you know, can also tell me in the comment section if I am correct and if I'm wrong, okay? So basically I came across this content on Instagram and I'm like, okay, I need to make a video about this just because I have a few things to add to that, or better still, I agree with a lot of points. But then when I went to the comment section and I saw the messages that women were sending to men, I'm like, yeah, I definitely need to do this video. So basically there's this medical doctor on a, I think it's a gyneco, I don't know what he is. Anyways, he's a doctor, at least with his stethoscope on his neck, right? And basically he did a reel about what women wish men knew about sex, right? And he just wrote the points and that was it, okay? But here, I'm here to like analyze some of the points and also go through the comment section to tell you guys what are some of the things that women want you to know about sex, okay? At least that they like about it, okay? All right, so let us get right into it, okay? So the very first point that the doctor guy rose was that asking have you come is not sexy. The first time I said the word cum on this channel, a number of you came to the comment section. So women, not even guys, women were asking me, what does it mean? What, you know, guys, I mean, if you're watching this video and you don't know the meaning of cum, maybe you're not supposed to be watching this video, okay? So basically he's saying that, you know, and I don't know I don't know where this came from, or where guys learned stuff, you know, to ask how far have you, you know, basically it's asking her if she got to orgasm, have you done that afterwards? And it's usually after they have gotten there, right? So they said it's not sexy, and I truly agree with this, because trust me, if she does, you will know. I was counseling a lady, she's about to get married, she's a virgin and all of that, and she was talking about orgasm. She's like, you know, how will I know if I do, like if I get there, like how do you know? You know, I've been watching your video, you're talking about orgasm and stuff, how will I know? And I told her, I said, when you get there, you will know, trust me, okay? So guys, when she gets there is no woman that will get there and she's static. It's impossible. You will know if she does, right? So if you did not see her get there, she definitely did not, okay? And most times I think guys ask that when they know they have, you know, they've messed up, okay? They've, you know, which is not necessarily a mess up, because I've said it on this channel a lot of times that, you know, sometimes it takes a while for women than for guys, right? And there are sometimes that the guy is just, you know, it just came quickly. It's not his fault, right? So when that happens, I've said on this channel, there are several ways you can help her to also, you know, experience, you know, orgasm and all of that, okay? So anyways, they said asking have you come is not sexy, okay? So guys, hear that. Ladies, do you agree? Let me know in the comment section below. And I'm talking about those who are married. If you're not married and you asked the question, you explain to me how you knew, okay? All right, then the next point he said is foreplay, please. And I'm like, can you loud it? Can you loud it? I've said this on this channel so many times that foreplay is so important when it comes to doing the do in your marriage. So you need to invest a lot of time in that. And I did, in the video I did about things I wish I knew, I emphasized so much on this point, and that foreplay is not necessarily as stressful as a lot of guys think it is, right? It's from the tickling, the telling her you look nice, you know, hitting her bum when she passes and stuff like that. Those things are foreplay, because trust me, just helping her to wash the dishes, do the things that she likes, those things has a way of, you know, making her be in a relaxed mood. And when she's in a relaxed mood, you know, you are more attractive to her, and when that happens, it's so easy for menstruation to happen, okay? So yeah, foreplay, foreplay, foreplay. It's so important in your marriage, and I've said it over and again. I said it in the last video that I did, that you know, sometimes it's not every time that you know you go down to business. Sometimes you do the foreplay, you allow the body to be tensed up a bit. Tomorrow you do the foreplay, allow the body to be tensed up. Before the third day you get in there. You know, these are ways that you guys can use to, you know, enjoy yourself. Okay, so anyways, that's that. All right, now the next thing that the guy spoke about is not all women are the same. And if you're a frequent person on this channel, you know I always say this, and this is particularly for men who got into marriage, men who have had sexual experiences before marriage, right? And one thing that I've heard, you know, some women, you know, complain about is the fact that sometimes you want your wife to lived up to that expectation in marriage, right? So, and I've mentioned this on this channel that not all women are the same, right? So especially, you know, there are some women that you don't need to do a lot of work. They have a really, really high sex drive. And if that happens to be your first, you know, and that's why, let me say this over and over again, this is why it is very, very important that you wait till marriage to have sex, whether you're a guy or a lady, because then you will not have all this confusion, right? But we know that, you know, we don't live in the perfect world, and a number of people made mistakes before, but then you get into marriage and you have to have unrealistic expectations of your wife, right? Because maybe the person that you had experience with, the moment you touch her small, you know, her body has come. There are ladies like that. You don't need to do plenty work. The moment you just kiss them somewhere or nibble on them somewhere and stuff, they've, you know, they've splashed, they've, you know, just because that's just how they are. It does not mean that every woman is like that. So if that happens to be your ex before you got married, and now you and you see the danger with that is that if you have that kind of a person as an ex, you kind of start to think that you are the, you know, I'm very good, you know, once I do this, she's there, you know. But then you now get into marriage and you're doing those same things to your wife and she's not responding as that other person would, and then you start to feel like something is wrong with your wife. No, something is not wrong with her. The experiences you had was with a totally different person, and your wife is a totally different person. So you need to find out what works for her and not what has worked for your ex before you got married or whatever, right? So again, just wait so that you guys will explore your bodies together. But if you've happened to have experience before then, please and please, when you get married, see this as a new thing, right? And I know that was one thing that, you know, my husband used to tell me, you know, when we just got married then, you know, that, you know, this is new. I enjoy exploring ourselves, getting to know our bodies, getting to, you know, and that's how it should be. So regardless of the experiences you have, every woman is different. So don't say, because my ex, the moment I kiss her, the moment, you know, she does not, or your wife is telling you that I need you to do this and that, like, why is this so difficult? And the person I used to date before, we don't need all of this to be able to do this. You are not married to the same person. This is a different person, and the satisfaction of this person should be your priority in your marriage, right? So yeah, let's move on. All right, so the next point that the guy also raised is the fact that and this is, yeah, if you watch my hygiene video, you know, she said, so the doctor said, wash your hand before you touch our honey pot. Okay, so he's saying wash your hand, always make sure your hands are clean. And this is so annoying when I've said this over and again. The woman's organ is not like the man's organ. The man's organ is outside, like it is, you know, it is external. Her own is internal. Everything that any little thing can cause infection, right? So you need to be careful. There is nothing wrong with being hygienic, and part of hygiene is washing your hands. So you don't go and pee or, you know, clean your bum and don't wash your hand and come and put it inside somebody almost, you know, a honey pot. Or you go outside and you've touched very, very dirty surfaces. You've played football, you've cleaned sweat with it, you've put your hand inside your nose, you've done everything. You now come and put it inside. That what's the color of your problem, my dear? Please, I beg you in the name of God, they say I should come and tell you that, please, before you go inside there, it doesn't take you nada, okay? Go and wash your hand. Don't use hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer has bacteria, antibacterials and all of those things in it, which can also imbalance her pH. This is not a medical research. This is just my own common sense, okay? Actually go and wash your hand and use water to rinse your hand and use a clean cloth to clean your hands before you go in there, okay? Because when she has infection and you'll be saying that, hey, something, you know that you are the one that is actually giving her infection. So they say I should come and tell you that, please, before you go in there, wash your hands, all right? And then the next thing that they said is that sex is not over after your orgasm, and this is so true. You know, this is so true for guys. Yes, you know, remember, this is ladies. We'll do the one for guys. we're going to like analyze the one for guys, or maybe I will ask. No, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a poll on my community tab. If you don't know what a community tab is, if you go on my channel, you will see home, videos, shorts, and communities. If you go on community, I usually make posts there. I'll put, you know, a content there asking guys to tell me what they want women to know about sex. Okay, so you guys tell me what you want so that, you know, Mr. Fash can come on the channel and then we'll talk about it. Okay, all right. So what was I? So they said sex is not over after you orgasm, and this is so true. So don't, you know, after you now get there, first of all, you don't know if she got there, or maybe she didn't get there, because like I said, you will know if she did. You know she did not. You now say, did you come? And then she said she did not. Say, okay, sorry, next time. First of all, ensure that your wife is very, very much satisfied even after you are satisfied. And that's why I always say that I know that it can be very tiring for guys when you get to the, you know, the destination. So make sure that, you know, as much as possible, get her there before you get there, so that you can, you know, so that everybody's satisfied. So that is one. And secondly, it's not that you now finish, you now roll to the other side and carry your phone. Like, are you okay? Okay, hold your wife, bring her closer, hug her, like, you know, discuss even if you don't, you know, just say, alpha, you know, hyper. I really like, you know, even if you didn't, there was nothing new, hyper, say something, you know, hold her close, you know, this thing they used to do in their, like, caress her hand, caress her face, tell her, I really like how, you know, you gave it to me this night, and stuff like that. You know, that's what you do afterwards. You don't just turn around, or you stand up and you move out, or you just carry your phone and you say, like she prostitutes, is your wife, okay? So please don't make her feel anyhow, okay? And then the next thing that the doctor guy said is that women are just as visual as men. And I believe this. Yeah, I believe that women are just as visual. I believe that, you know, when you're coming to the bed, you try to present yourself good, because I've said it on this channel before, you know, there are times that, you know, my husband would dress some kind of way, and it just has a way of doing you some kind of way, right? But, you know, if you're always like, for me, smell is more important than the look. Because see, whatever my husband wears, we always, you know, yeah, it's just me, sha. But, you know, I do believe in visual. I do believe that, you know, you should look good, because looking good adds spice to it. But I don't think that visual that is me. Now, I could be wrong, so you guys, you can correct me in the comment section. I don't believe that visual is as important to women as it is to guys, okay? Just because I don't, well, no, people are different, okay? Their preferences are different. There's some ladies that, you know, if they see, if you don't work out, they don't say, like, you know, if you just let yourself go and stuff like that, it has a way of affecting your sex drive, and that's true, right? So yeah, maybe in that aspect, you know, yeah. But to me personally, it's more of like your hygiene, right? Your cleanliness, your smell, your, you know, your mouth odor, your body odor, your, you know, and stuff like that. That's the huge, you know, a big deal for me, right? So, and I think for a lot of women too, and also I think women are also they like to hear things, right? We like to hear things that makes us excited and, you know, make our body be aroused and stuff like that. But I also believe that visual is an important component, so you should always strive to look good for your partner. If your partner have told you, and you see, that's the thing about women, they won't say it outright, but if they are telling you something that your stomach is getting big, you are shaking it, or maybe you should take that as a cue and actually start working on yourself. It's the same way you expect that she also works on herself if she's letting herself go and all of that. So visual is important to both parties, but I think for men it's even extra. Maybe I can say it that way, right? And for women, they like to hear stuff, you know, especially during the act, okay? So the last 2 points that he made, the first one was that women love sex too, and that's one thing you need to know. And I think this is especially for Christian husbands, you know, especially when you marry a lady, a virgin, and you expect that, oh, she's going to be chaste, you know, she's not. And then when she's expressing herself, and I've heard this, I've read a lot about it online, you know, the moment the lady starts to express, you start to question her chastity before marriage. Are you all right, sir? Women love sex. Sex is beautiful. Sex was not created for men. Sex was created for both parties to enjoy themselves. Okay, so when we get into the act, of course the body will react, of course the body will ask for more, and the woman would want more, especially at certain times of the month. She's going to even request for more than you are willing to well, that you are able to give sometimes, right? So it doesn't make her promiscuous, it doesn't make her, you know, tear-eye, it doesn't make her whatever, it just makes her human, right? So women love sex as much as guys, and there's some women that absolutely love sex even more than guys. It depends on your sex drive. Okay, my mama used to say that women love sex more, they just pretend more, and I think that's true too, because you know, most of our life we've been told to like suppress our sexual side. You know, men are always kind of, even in their circle and all of that, they're expected to be sexual, right? But a woman is not. So when she gets married and she's expressing herself, you now term her as, you know, no, please don't do that. Okay, so women love sex just as much. And then the last thing the doctor said I should tell you people is that those things you see in porn, they are not real. And I know I've said this over and over again. Your wife is not a porn star. She's a wife. She's a woman with dignity. So all those things that you see them doing in porn, you want to transfer it to your marriage bed. Are you trying to bring demon into your home, right? So now you want your wife to be hanging on the fan. You want her to be able to do acrobats. You want her to be able to, you know, do those painful. So because the woman in the porn is acting that she's enjoying the painful thing that the guy is taking her through, you want your wife to also, are you okay? Are you okay? And that's why I always say that I'm sorry if you consider this rude, sir, but those things they're doing in pornography is acting. It is not real, and don't expect that from your partner. Okay, sex is something that you explore, you look for what works for the two of you. You know, you try different things, you find out what you enjoy and all of that. But inflicting pain on her because you've seen somebody in pornographic video enjoying it is wrong. It's totally wrong, right? So they say I should tell you that they are not porn stars and you should not treat them as such. So don't slap them unnecessarily, don't throw them in the wall and do all of that and all of that. It's uncalled for, especially if that's not, you know, something that, first of all, why should you be inflicting pain on yourself in a bit? I've already talked about BDSM and the rest of it. Go and watch that video. So if you're a kind of person that if you're not in pain you cannot enjoy sex, you have a problem, because God did not associate pain with sex. That is demonic. Okay, so yeah, you need to go and get checked. Okay, so that's what the doctor said women want to know. Remember, this doctor is a guy, right? So now let's go to what the women said in the comment section. And the first thing that I kept saying everywhere in the comment section is the fact that they say I should tell people that saliva is not lubricant. And I said this passingly, or in the passing rather, in the video I did about things I wish I knew before I got married, about sex, that saliva is not lubricant. Okay, I understand when you're kissing, I understand, you know, in oral sex, even in oral sex, you're not spitting inside of her. So where did that come from? Like, what makes you think it's sexy that you kelebe put it? Are you okay? I'm so sorry. It's not me. They sent me to tell you people this. It's not me. This is how I tell you people. What is the color of your problem? What's the color of your situation? You just and you see, some men, you know, they would. Okay, let me calm down. You know, they said that. So people will, you know, they will put saliva in their hand and use it to rub the area. First of all, saliva is not lubricant. So please, if you're doing that, stop it, because you're causing her to have infection. But then there are some other demonic people that they will literally spit on top. Why? How much are they selling lubricant? 2.5. I mean, my dear brother, if you know you cannot afford lubricant, get her wet. And that's what one person said. She said that if it is dried, we are not turned on. Don't use saliva. Go back to foreplay. If it is wet, if they are dry, first of all, okay, there are times, yeah, if it's sexual, right? If it's about sex, I know that there are times of the month that, you know, a woman is particularly dry, right? And that's where lubricant comes in. You know, sometimes she might be aroused, but she's not wet down there. There are situations like that. So you go back to foreplay or you use lubricants. Don't use saliva. I beg you in the name of Jesus. If you used to do that before, I understand that it was a time of the unknown. But now that you know, don't do that anymore. Go and sin no more. Okay, saliva it can cause a lot of imbalance in her pH. It can give her it can give her infection, right? And it's not a lubricant. It's not a lubricant, okay? Please, that's what they say I should tell people, okay? And then this lady said that tell them to moan too. We love it when they also moan when we are riding. Yes, we see the way you like it. You see, and I know that a number of men like when they get responses. You know, you want your alter ego to be stoked, right? When you are giving her, you want to hear her moan, you want to hear her say yes, give it to me, and all of that. I don't know what's going on between this video. You want to hear all of those. The woman also wants to know, especially when she's, you know, she's taking charge of the wheel, right? She wants to know that, you know, she's doing things right. So don't just stand there and keep quiet or be doing she wants to actually hear how you feel. She wants you to express how, you know, she's making you feel through moaning, right? So it's not only men that like moaning, women actually. And let me tell you something, your moaning excites her. You know, it's like she knows that yes, I'm doing my job. Just the same way you feel when she does the same, it's the same way she also feels, and it makes her want to do more and more of it. Okay, so women also would have that sense of pride that they also want to be stoked, basically, just like you. Okay, all right, so that's what they said that I should tell you. All right, this one said, when your wife tells you right there or don't stop, they say I should tell you that you should not change your pace. What you are doing, anything, keep doing exactly what you are doing. And I know this is tricky because first of all, the man no be robots, okay? So if you're telling him that right there, you know, don't stop. But, you know, the man maybe probably is already, if he doesn't stop, catastrophe will happen, okay? If he doesn't stop, he's going to like, you know, so women need to try to be understanding, you know, he might, you know, and especially when you're excited and just like I said initially, your excitement also makes him excited. So when you're telling him stuff like that, like, oh, right there, yes, guys, if you can, keep doing that, don't change, okay? But women also know that your excitement makes him very excited, and when he's very excited, there's a likelihood that he's going to, you know, come, which you wouldn't like also, because then everything has scatter, it has turned to yam pepper scatter. So I think it's just understanding how the both body works. I don't think that he did that, or well, if he's a reasonable person, I mean, if he's your husband, which again, you should only be sleeping with your husband, he probably also wants you to enjoy it. And if he's unable to like keep up that pace, just know that he's doing you a favor, because if he continues doing what you're asking him to do, everything might just end abruptly. Okay, so that's just what I think. Right, let me know in the comment section what you think. All right, somebody said about the asking her did you come thing, that it's the most cringe question ever, like, or how many times did you come? Most women like to spare your ego. We hate that question. Stop asking it. Yeah, if you're married, those are things that you would, I mean, you can talk about, right? So yeah, anyways, let's move on. This one says cut your nails. And this is coming from somebody that I keep long nails, but thankfully I don't use to choke the hand anyway. So, guys, this is how I tell you that you should cut your nails, keep your nails clean. She also said brush your teeth and have a shower. Brush your teeth. Yeah, you guys, you already know me and smell. We have a very weird thing. So, and I think it's that's it for a lot of women also. They want to smell you to smell nice, because it's bath odor and intimacy, they just don't work together. Okay, so brush your teeth, okay, and have your bath, you know, have a shower when you can. Okay, have your shower, okay, especially when you've gone out, you've sweated for a long time. I know that there are emergency sex and stuff like that, but don't make it a norm, right? Just because spare her some infection, right? Okay. This one says learn to read her body. It speaks louder than words. I have seen this. I think Flow, if you follow the Flow app, the secret chat, a number of ladies were saying this. So there was a question asked that who initiates sex the most, and you can see the ladies like complaining that I hate it when I have to do that. You know, it's like most times the guy, he's always waiting for me, like, can you just come to me? And then I remember there was one comment I read and the lady was like, and sometimes he will ask me, can I, like, what is can you make me? You know. So guys, please, that what did she say? Read her body language, you know, initiate sex. They want you to initiate. Don't always wait for her to be the one to do that. And when you're initiating, don't just ask her, can we, what do you think? Why don't you, instead of asking, should I, can we, why don't you make her, right, to want to do it by foreplay? Okay, so yeah, that's what they said I should tell you. Sometimes lose the ability to speak. No, sometimes I will lose the ability to speak, so please use your senses and pay attention. I think she's talking about during the act when you are constantly asking questions. Maybe minimize the question, read her body language, look at her facial expression. You can see if she's enjoying it. You can tell, you know, with her moaning and stuff. So when you're constantly asking questions, they said that it's annoying. Don't rush it. Explore her whole body, be curious and open to try new things, and that requires communication, expressing limits of hard no's for both. Laugh and just have fun. Don't limit yourself to just the bedroom. I got oh, okay, anyways, this person is not married. So anyway, but she's talking about the fact, and she made some really valid points, like, you know, communicate what works and all of that. There are a number of other comments, but I'm going to pin it here. Let me know if there are any other things, the ladies, that you want guys to know about intimacy. Leave them in the comment section below so that we can have this conversation. And guys, go to my community tab. I'm sure the content should be up here. If it's not, after this video it will be there. You know, you guys tell me what you want women to know about sex in marriage, and then I'll have my husband, you know, talk about this in a video very soon. Okay, thank you guys so very much for watching. Until we meet again, I still remain Victoria Fash. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Also remember to like this video if you haven't, leave a comment, share this video to your friends and your families. You never can tell who really needs to hear this, especially to the guys that you know. And remember that if you share this video on your Instagram story, please tag me. Yes, I'm keeping record. Okay, I did keep record, and very soon, okay, something is cooking. All right, when you share this video, please make sure that you tag me, but please remember to like this video. It's so important. Thank you guys so very much. Remember that if you want to have a one-on-one session with me, there's a link always below my videos that you can click on, register, and then we'll have a conversation. Until we meet again, I still remain Victoria Fash. You guys have an amazing week. Okay, bye. Bye guys.